Hello everybody, welcome back to the Landedkiller show. Today is a rather unexpected video. I didn't think I would have time to record another video for a bit, but time has opened up, so we are reviewing Bayard today. So we're going to see where Bayard is available in the present. In our premium shop real quick, past that super expensive tech tree bundle which nobody wanted. You can see that Bayard is in the premium shop for $45.20. Present. Check armor real quick as well. Tier 8. Bayard is only available for doubloons at the current time. 11,300 doubloons to be precise. Alright. Let's go over her stats here real quick. We have a 25mm bow here, which means this is going to be very vulnerable to high explosive. That's not good. We've got 100mm faces on these turrets, and at the side they're 50. Tops of them are 50. Superstructure here is 13mm. Our deck armor here is 27, which isn't too bad, I would say. A little better than that 25 on the bow. Got a conning tower, which is 60mm. Got our little shot trap back here. The shells are just going to go through these flat areas here. Sure, they're angled, but go turn it certain ways, like when you're trying to kite away, they become like flat surfaces. So, yeah, you're going to be able to get in there. Spot right there they can get into. These are 25. These barbettes are 100. 25 back here. Let's look at our side armor. We have a 105mm armor belt, 120 below armor belt here, and this is 25mm here. 25 here. Bottom is 25. Away all that, let's see what we got. Interesting. It looks like the barbettes have 3 different layers. Top layer, bottom layer that's 90, and toward the way bottom, we got a bottom layer that's 70. Our Warships 45, and we got a 90 step. Torpedo bulkhead 25mm. Citadel deck 38mm, so. Oof. The Citadel rises above the water, so you're going to be careful with this and play at a good range with Bayard. Back with Warships 38, 70. Yeah, this is like basically like a grown-up Degrassi, pretty much. It's got the Degrassi's guns on it. That Citadel's extremely vulnerable. Hit points 34,700. Torpedo damage protection 28%. Ooh, I wonder how that's so good. Let's see, what was that one? Harbin. So don't think you have less hit points because you actually have decent hit points. Let's look at how much Harbin gets. Oh, he gets that much. All right. Artillery stats. They reload in 7.5 seconds. They turn in 15 seconds. Range 16.4 kilometers. Maximum damage 22,000. Velocity 870. Armor penetration capacity 30. 33,000 on the armor piercing, of course. We got some secondaries, 4x 100s right here. It's not like secondaries on cruisers do much anymore anyway, since the nerf. Unless you're fighting in Napoli, you're not going to really be doing much with your secondaries on cruisers anymore, since they nerfed secondaries to oblivion and only brought them back slightly. Torpedoes. Surprisingly, this thing is torpedoes. We have two triple mounted torpedoes here. Range of 9 kilometers, speed 60 knots. Load in 90 seconds. And then we got 2 attack flights of air squadrons. 3 bombs and payload. Maximum damage 16,000. Maximum range 7 kilometers. Reload time 15 seconds. Hey, we got 6x2, 57mm. So we got here. Range is pretty decent, 5.8. There's damage 230, which is nice. Ooh, decent damage on shell explosions too. Battery secondary reinforcement. Maneuverability 35.7 knots. Turning circle radius 730 meters. Rudder shift time 4.4 because it's modified with equipment. As you can see, I have steering gears modification 1. And steering gears modification 2. So the normal rudder shift time on this is going to be closer to around, let's see here, 20%. So it's close to around 10 seconds. Concealment, we got this 5.9 after fire main gun and smoke, 12.7 on fire, 16.4 when fire main battery gun shell, 0 to 6.4 subs, 9.5 by air, or 6.4 default, 2.0 default, 5.9 after firing gun shells. I have main armaments 1, damage control system modification 1. To help with this catching on fire because it can catch on fire easily. Aiming systems modification 1 to help with accuracy a bit. Steering gears mod 1 and steering gears mod 2. Basically to get that rudder shift down a bit. Honestly, this should be propulsion modification 1. I don't know why it's steering gears. I'll fix that now since this is more ideal. Propulsion modification 1 and the steering gears modification 2. So, yeah. Alright. Standard repair party for cruisers, reload time 57 seconds. 2 choices in this slot here. In slot 2 we got hydro that goes out to around 5 kilometers. Very good hydro, I must say. Offensive AA. Not really a thing you really want to choose unless you really think you're going to be dealing with a lot of carriers. Let's keep it on hydro. Engine boost stats show up 20%. Single action time 198 seconds. 5 consumables. We got main battery reload booster 2, which is the main selling point of the ship. 5 charges, 15 seconds. So we're going to double check to see if we have. So we have superintendent, so the base charges on these are 3, 3, and 4. Alright, let's take a look at our stats here. So I have incoming fire alerts, consumable enhancements to help keep these consumables going, superintendent because an extra charge of main battery reload or engine boost is helpful, and concealment expert. A little bit more stealthy. Now I know some of you are going to be like, why didn't Landedkiller put in hydroacoustic search mod or engine boost mod? I just think because this is a more fragile ship that you need to have damage control system mod 1 on instead. Further ado, let's take Bayard out into battle. When I'm recording this, you guys haven't seen the aircraft game yet, the warplanes. If you guys liked that video, by the way, I'm going to try to incorporate these other wargaming titles in the channel in some way. But I noticed that the watch time wasn't so good on the tanks video. I'm hoping that it's not the same on the warplanes video. I am paying attention to that. Most of you will watch the video only for 3 minutes and then click off on a normal Warships video, which is good as that's the average for YouTube. For some reason the algorithm's not recognizing that and not showing the videos to more people. I don't get it. Yes, I play in co-op because that's the best conditions to test a ship in. You go into randoms and it's too much chaos these days. You'll have double CV, double subs. I'm gonna try to test this out under ideal conditions for you guys. Here we go. On this engine boost, you can treat this almost like a large destroyer. It's probably the best way to treat it. It's a large destroyer. You probably want to kite away a bit from your targets as well. That'll help. But your armor is like Swiss cheese against most targets, so you don't want to be in the line of fire for too long. So I'm going to try to make a strategic play by not going into A right away, by just kind of going on the outside, seeing what turns up. Honestly, with submarines, I'm still finding them to be somewhat annoying, not being able to take them out as quickly as I want to. So, yeah. Something I guess I gotta get used to because subs were decided that they had to be in the game. So, yeah. But I've been seeing more and more posts from veteran players about their friends leaving because Wargaming keeps putting all these changes on everybody, not really thinking about what made World of Warships fun, which was rock, paper, scissors concept. Battleships being the rock, scissors being cruisers, paper being destroyers. That's what the whole game was initially bounced around, and then Wargaming had to mess with it. If you are wondering why so many veteran players are grumpy over these things, it's because we had a game that for nearly 7 years did not have these things in it. Super ships and submarines. Please give us time while we slowly adjust to this crazy new meta that we are in. Overall, Bayard, I have no complaints about the ship. I just wish I could play it more often, but I can't because the meta basically forces it to have to hide all match, hide islands and all that. Try to expose your side even just the tiniest bit and you'll be obliterated. Alright, I better go because these guys are gonna sit there and take out the ship. Took them out pretty quick. Ideally, you probably wouldn't want to be doing this in a normal match or going around the cap like this because you're going to be blopped by this battleship that's probably sitting right around here. No cares in this match, so I'm going to try going back toward the middle so I actually have something I can shoot. Point is this Iowa. Does Bayard still hold up well? Yeah. No issues about that. I believe Mountbatten made a whole video about sleeper premiums and all that. Pretty interesting to watch. Look at my shells. Can you see why I put the aiming systems mod on this? It's so bad when you don't have it on there, at least for the French. Wargaming's always treated the French line so weirdly. Dispersion sometimes good, sometimes not good. It's like firing off shotgun. Red and I think by the time this video comes out, there's probably going to be a bunch of devlogs. I'm gonna guess they're probably going to be introducing a new super ship again, and probably more changes to submarines again, or to super ship balancing. Still think that it's too soon for these carriers to be in the game. Super carriers, anyway. I did have a good experience playing the United States, but I still think that these ships need more time. Sometimes you struggle a bit to get damage in these ships. Count for this arcing. Dispersion, I'm telling you, is what kills the ship. Forces you to actually have to get in close for some of your targets. It's harder to play this thing long range than you realize. Lucky if I even get a good couple of shots off of this roster before somebody sinks it with torpedoes. Happens in most of the matches these days. Torpedo soup this, torpedo soup that. I remember when we were all complaining about torpedo soup back one day. What did they do? They made it. They worked a little bit on it, but not much. Yeah, if you find a target to bully, like it could be Cosair or German battleship, go for it. Obviously, in a real battle, you're not going to have the ship just ignoring you like this. They're going to have you slammed full of armor-piercing rounds before you even get this far. For being honest. The key role with playing Bayard is setting fires. Setting fires and staying out of gun range so they don't get you. Just hiding behind islands. Trying to get those good arcs so you can sit there and sink some ships. Personally, I wish that Cherry Blossom was background so I could actually play this in there. That was a fun op to actually play. Your main battery reload booster also helps as well. Helps you start fires on the ships. That's why I didn't go for IFHE, as it's better to start fires and go through their armor these days, because the DCP is already going to be overtaxed with the submarines, and then these new stun mechanics which you're trying to test out in some concept test, which shouldn't even be tested out. It should be scrapped because nobody wants artillery in this game. How many years did World of Tanks players complain about that, and you want to bring that over into this game? Sometimes we get a little heated and need to make edits in post. I was really upset about the artillery mechanics coming over to World of Warships pretty much. But rest assured, I will be around for a while. Enjoy the rest of this video. I don't really think it warrants an entire video on its own right now without getting further details. I want to get the details on how it works before I rush to judgment. See, they can easily take out your HP if you get close like this. That's why torpedoes aren't always. That's why torpedoes are not the focus of the ship. Rarely will they actually hit. In that one case, they actually did hit. That was great. So that was a good battle in Bayard. I'd recommend her as a decent tier 8 premium for having fun. Not for competitive modes unless you're really good with light cruisers. Don't worry, I'm still beating around the game. I'm just a little annoyed right now with all these changes coming into the game at the moment. Because I'm going to have to grind like 45 million credits, I want to say. No, it's going to be like 47 million credits just to get Annapolis, because who knows if they're going to sit there and be like, oh, this next season of clan battles is going to be super ships in tier 10s. Who knows? They could pull something like that. Honestly, yeah, game's in a weird spot right now. Be cautious on what you purchase right now, especially because they're gonna be doing things with camo in a few months down the road now. They're gonna separate out those bonuses, so keep an eye on those dev logs. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can, but I'm working a lot, so it's harder for me to get on top of that. So if I'm not able to get to it, Sea Lord Mountbatten should be able to cover it. He's usually on top of things more than I'm able to these days. I'll do what I can. Until the next time, I hope you enjoyed my review on Bayard, and I'll see you in the next video. Check out the other channels too sometime. On the homepage of this YouTube channel, you'll see them. Have a good day.